The fact that I got my hood on, hold on, I gotta fix the hood. I gotta fix the hood. Hold on. I can't do it like. I'm trying to get my hoodie like Twork shit. I'm trying to get my shit like. Twork be looking like the green arrow with this shit. He be, fuck all that. Welcome back to the channel, man. Goo up in the building. I'm here. And I don't want, in the words of Cortez, we got some shit we need to speak about. Let me get my water. That's good water. It's not really, it's the Dasani. Shit, garbage. Listen. So when they pushed, granted they didn't announce they pushed it back, but we was expecting a Murder Mook homecoming announcement. Because we already knew homecoming was going to come in November. Well, November is here, and they had no announcement. I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all done threw like 3 events since then. Like, what are we doing here? And then we come and find out this motherfucker got pushed back to December 10th. But guess what? It's fucking okay. It's okay. We're going to wait till December. You know why we're going to wait till December? Because we got Mook versus Twork. Mook versus Twork. Murder Mook. Murder Mook versus New Jersey Twork in New York at homecoming 2. Boy, hey. Now they talked about this shit after Summer Madness. That was what, August? I didn't know how real it was. I figured, okay, but I never spoke on it because not too long after that, I heard that Briz and Mook was locked in. Now granted, I've heard that a few times over the years. And then I heard that Briz and Mook got into it because Briz got to going in on Mook, basically doing the promo shit. But then he ended up apologizing to Mook because Mook got on his ass. I guess he texted him or called him and got on his ass about it. He sent him an apology. You apologizing to niggas, Briz? Like, you really can't come back. But whatever. Anyway, I thought it was going to be Briz and Mook. And even though that battle's 3-4 years overdue, it still would have been nice to see. It still would have been nice to see. That's really what I thought. I guess I was foolish for ever thinking Briz and Mook were ever going to happen at this point. It's not that I care so much at this point. I just thought it would happen. Like, they pretty much confirmed it. Briz went in on Mook online for letting it slip. So maybe he backed out again. Maybe he let it slip in URL and won't do it. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I'd much rather see this. This is crap. Mook and Twork. All right, here's the deal. Let me break it down. I'm up here watching the game. I'm watching my Minnesota Vikings. We're not doing too hot right now. We're basically down to a 3rd-string quarterback. It's a rough game, but it's winnable. But let me break this down. So, last year at homecoming, Mook showed us something. He showed that he can get it done in this era versus the leader of this new era, the guy who's been the guy of the new era, and low-key the face of battle rap for the past couple of years, for real. A few years. Geechee got it. He beat Geechee in New York. That was one of my first videos I made. It's actually coming up on a year. That's crazy since I started my channel. It's a year sometime this month, as a matter of fact. It's grown a little, not as much as maybe I would like, but I'm still working. I'm still pushing it out. I'm going to keep going. I appreciate the subscribers I do have and the ones that comment and like and send it to their people and all that other stuff. And follow me on Twitter at GooWopTheGreat, man. Also, I drop partial videos on there. I'm trying to be more active on there as well. And follow me on Instagram, GooWop2_. But anyway, that was when the homecoming card was actually the first card, the first few battles on that card. I reviewed every battle on that card. Arsenal and Swamp, Vixen versus Jazz, Mook versus Geechee. Jagboy and K-Shine was supposed to go on. It didn't happen. But I bring all that up because everyone picked Geechee. Everyone picked Geechee going into that battle with Mook. And why wouldn't you? He's Geechee. He loses sometimes, but he don't just get his ass whooped. And Mook hadn't shown that he could even get it done with a nigga from this era. And he damn sure ain't proved he can do it on stage at this point. Back then, sure, the Iron Solomon shit and all that. Okay, cool. I'm talking about on stage in this era. And he won. I didn't think he bodied Geechee. They had niggas like the New York crowd made you think he just put Geechee in a fucking body bag. Geechee beat himself a lot with he was choppy, he wasn't clean. He was stuttering a bit. It wasn't the cleanest performance he ever had. But that's no disrespect to Mook. Mook had the first, and I think Mook won the third for sure. You can make a case for the second, but I just like Geechee's second more. But he proved that he can do that. He proved that he can get up there with one of the biggest stars in Battle Rap today. And he proved that he can win. Did the crowd help? Of course, but that's crazy. They just scored a touchdown. He proved that. But now you're going up against Twork. Twork is the big stage. Twork is that nigga who's going to rock that bitch. Twork got bars. He got punches. He got aggression. He got the little voice infliction thing. Twork is not... I hate doing this. I don't see Twork losing to Murder Mook unless Twork chokes. And the problem is, Twork has been... Look, Twork since 2022, really. After the real name Brandon situation, that was the last time Twork fucked up. Twork's been rolling over like almost... It's like Twork's on a 2-year run of arguably not losing. And I think it's kind of being slept on because at this point we expect Twork to be doing what he's been doing, but at this point we also been waiting on him to fuck up. His Snake Eyes battle. He had the Snake Eyes battle. He had some battles after that. I can't, I'm on and off URL. Snake Eyes, Real Sick, Next, Chef Trez, the 2-on-2 at Gnome Impact with Nitty and OK Vikes, with Nitty and teamed up with Nitty versus Geechee and Rock. Like, what else? The Lou Castro battle. This is why I need a camera so I can look through my phone and really see. Twork's been cooking niggas. Twork's been on almost a 2-year stretch of being really, really good. He beat Hollow, right, at Summer Madness. I didn't even rewatch the battle. He beat Hollow so bad. Like, that was bad. Like, I was saying it was body, but I don't think Hollow got a single round in. It was crazy. Granted, Summer Madness itself, no one really talks about. But Twork has been on almost a 2-year stretch of not choking, not stumbling, and winning these battles. He battled Jazz recently. Twork's been crazy. Coffee. He battled Coffee Kings versus Queens. Like, memorable bars, crowd-shaking performances in all of these battles. Twork has been cooking. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Mook, his last time we saw him was versus Big K in a small room where I thought he had the advantage, and he lost. He didn't get bodied, he didn't get killed, but he lost convincingly. He might have won a round. Big K 2-1, maybe even 30. I'd have to go back and watch it. The only advantage Mook has, he can... Look, guys like Mook and Lux and Daylight, they're so lyrical. The way they can rap and rhyme and do all this shit. The only way you can beat them is outperform them and be more entertaining than them. And Twork for sure can do that. Like, Twork for sure can do that. Go watch Go watch Tay-Rock versus Daylight. Everyone remembers that battle being a room with nobody in it. But that battle was fire. Way more fire than it had any right to be. A lot of people have Daylight with the 30. I, for a while, had Daylight with the 30 until I go watch Tay-Rock back. And in a way, because guys like Daylight, Lux, Mook, they can rap and their lyrical prowess is so great, but they don't have a bunch of other things in spades. Daylight doesn't have, he has gimmicks and characters that he dresses up as stuff, but he doesn't have like aggression and presence and, like that. So when he battled Tay-Rock, even though he won clear, you can argue give Tay-Rock the first round because Tay-Rock can be more entertaining to listen to watch. That's how you got to beat niggas like Daylight. That's how you got to beat niggas like Mook. That's unless you just going to outbar them, which is possible, but it's just really hard. I think Big K outbarred, it's in my eye. I think Big K outbarred Mook, which is hard to do, especially in that environment where you can hear everything Mook's saying and you know what I'm saying? It's not no big stage. I also think his material was just heavier and more dense and more relevant. And if you think Big K was more relevant and used more relevant material than Mook, what you think Twork's gonna do? Like, this being in New York is really Mook's only chance. I'm not saying he's gonna die. I'm not saying it's a body bag. This being in New York is Mook's only shot to not lose clearly. Because everything you need to beat a murder Mook, Twork can do. He's more electrifying. He's got more of a presence, right? He's got more of a presence. Bar for bar, yeah, you can go Mook. Fuck, I got something in my eye. Bar for bar, you can go something. You can give the edge to Mook, but performance-wise, aggression-wise, the ability to really shake a room. Yes, Mook shook the room last year versus Geechee. There's no doubt about it. But also, come on now. How many times we seen Mook do that? Compared to how many times we've seen Twork truly do that. It just is what it is. You can't tell me you trust Mook on a big stage more. The only advantage that Mook has in this battle is that it's in New York, and Twork has a history of choking in front of his biggest opponents and throwing those opportunities away. He has to hope on that. This might be the longest stretch of Twork's career where he hasn't done that. The Tay-Rock battle is like the only huge battle that Tay-Rock didn't just, that Twork didn't just blow away by fucking up. 2 months later, he had Surf. What happened? He stood in front of DNA, and what happened? He stood in, he doesn't get these type battles because of that. What did Real Six say versus Twork? You the type of nigga to do amazing versus me, then choke against Mook. Remember he said that? If he chokes against Mook, I'm gonna have to replay that round again, bro. Like, for real. Also, if Twork chokes against Mook, we gonna have to just leave him where he at. Just leave him where he at. Mid-tier, bottom, mid-tier, upper mid-tier, bottom top tier guy. You can't give him Lux. You can't get niggas like Hitman no more. You don't finish your food. But this gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna be a dope battle, but I got Twork 2-1. Mook has the crowd on his side, but Twork, I'm pretty sure, I don't know the last time he performed in New York. He's gonna get love in New York too. They're gonna give it up. They was giving it up for Geechee, just not as much. But man, shout out to those boys. I'm excited. If this is what I'm assuming this is the headline. And that's another thing, Twork, you main eventing. I don't know how many cards Twork has main evented in his career. I know he main evented No Impact. And he should have, but fuck. But I don't know how many big cards he's really main evented. You got Mook in the main event of a very big card in New York. This is where legends are made, Twork. This is what niggas gonna look and be like, okay, we can. If you show up and you do what you're supposed to do versus Mook, win or lose, we can almost forgive fucking up against KCJ for $100,000. We can almost forget the DNA, the real name Brandon choking in a one-rounder, which was not the first time he choked in a one-rounder. Look up Twork versus Bill Collector. He choked in the one-round in. The nigga was saying, hold it down, and nobody was talking. Like, whatever. Hey, Twork, this is what legends are made, bro. This is what legends are made. Good luck to you. Shout out to Mook. I can't wait for the other announcements. This shit's gonna be crazy. This shit gonna be crazy. I think Twork gonna have some shit for Mook that I just think he'll have a lot of shit for Mook. I think he's better on the big stage. I think he's gonna be way more entertaining. Mook versus Big K did that fucking ABC scheme. Like, come on, man. And it wasn't fire. He's way more relevant content, today's content. Twork is gonna get to the point and stomp on that motherfucker, and Mook is gonna take forever to get to that motherfucker, and they still gonna gas it because they're in New York, but it's not gonna be enough. I got Twork 2-1. Shout out to URL. Shout out to Murder Mook. URL, you've had a rough year. I don't think it's been as bad as people have been saying. You've had a rough year. With the right card, you can make up for a lot of shit. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to URL. Shout out to Twork. Shout out to Mook. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. I got more videos on the way. They had a lot of announcements that happened the past couple of days, and I got to get to it. Shout out to all y'all, man. Go up out.